Oh, is it not? I don't know if we're connected now. No, we are, I think. Thanks, darling. Yes, we are. Okay. I'm so glad that worked. Thank you, Bab.
Not my fault this time.
No, it's not your fault this time. This time was just a random, it didn't want to connect to Facebook issue. Thank you very much, darling. Oh, you can take that as one as well if you want. Thank you. Okay. Hello, take two. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I literally have been on time today because obviously wasn't here on Tuesday and everything. Oh, I know, Hannah. I said to Aaron, this cannot happen again. I refuse to not be live because of this program. Like, I refuse. But it wasn't the program. Like Aaron said, he wasn't doing an update this time. Like, the program didn't fail, but Facebook wouldn't see my program, so Facebook wouldn't connect, they wouldn't link, but we just had to reset it all basically in a different way to normal. I don't know. Anyway, we are here. Hello, I'm so glad that we just come on. I literally had a mini panic attack. Oh, okay, calm. We're here. Okay. So Aaron, yeah, he's getting a lot better. I mean, he's not 100% with his chest. He gets really bad chest and stuff anyway. Like he's got asthma and stuff, and his chest isn't good anyway. So he's still not great with his chest, but yeah, he's definitely a lot better. And my daughter, she's doing so well. They're really pleased with her. She's got a really high pain threshold apparently, which is good, I think. But she's healing well. She says she's not in that much pain at all. Yeah, we've got a checkup on Wednesday to go and have a look under the dressing and under the wound and stuff. But yeah, she's doing really well. No, we're just here, Heather. I've literally just come on. I had a slight issue managing to get on today, but we're here now. So perfect. So updates is there is new stock on the website. So on the normal website, new stock. Now supporters have had access to this stock for a while, and normally I put it in the coming soon section on the website. However, I didn't get a chance to do that. So what I did is I've just moved it all over so it's in the new in section. So there's 25 new items in there, I believe. So like I said, supporters, you guys have had a chance to have a look and grab all these, but these are now on the main website, so that's quite exciting. So I've just put the link in there. Replied 3rd of May, Squidge Pop order. Did I get it? Oh, Michelle, I won't know off the top of my head. Emails, I haven't been able to catch up fully with emails. Where are we? Let me just open it up so I can see where I am. Yeah, I haven't been able to catch up fully with emails, but I will be doing them over the weekend to finish getting caught up. So please bear with me. I hope you can understand. And I won't know off the top of my head, Michelle. I'm so sorry. Other than that, I think that's all the updates. So we don't have a new game yet because I'm probably going to launch it next week. Once I'm sort of caught up with everything. So yeah, no new game yet. We do have oysters and egg pops available. So yeah, the main updates is if I'm slightly behind on emails, so we'll get caught up, and the new stock is on the website. I think that's everything update wise. I think that's everything. So shall we just dive straight in, because it took me a while to get on today anyway. So up first today is Joanne Klein's. Now Joanne, I did see you not too long ago. So Joanne, my lovely, are you still here? And I'm so sorry we're late on as well, because you're first on the list. So obviously most of the opening, if not all of the opening, would have normally been done by now. So yeah, I apologise for that. Right, just get set up in the right order. Okay. And Joanne, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you have got four openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each, Joanne? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. Oh, Brittany, bless you. Well, I'm glad your surgery went well and I hope you're healing okay as well. You've sent a loyalty card as well. Okay. I think I've just seen your name. Yep, let's just double check this card. Name and date, all the stickers, perfect. So 5 openings altogether, my lovely. Which 5 would you like to have? Excuse me. 3 pops, 2 oysters. Okay, 1, 2. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So I'm going to start with the egg pops and then we'll go through to the oysters afterwards. Okay, so egg pop number 1. Three pearls in your first one. You have got a dove grey, a blood orange, and this, oh look at him. So it's like a no, it's not a raspberry. It's a burgundy red, but it's a really, really light burgundy red. I think it looks even cooler because it's next to that blood orange. But yeah, that is a really, really light burgundy red. Moving on to egg pop number 2. You're looking for Hogwarts colours. Oh, okay, so your next egg pop has got 2 pearls in. You've got a chocolate bronze and a Simba peach. And then your last egg pop. Three pearls in that one. We've got another Simba peach. We've got a magenta and a forest green. So you can see little flashes of green here as well. So they are from your egg pops. If we move through to your oysters. Slight pop there. There's a yolk yellow on hold. Okay, not a problem. I'll have a look for that in a second as well. That's absolutely fine. So there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. You have got a denim blue. So slightly smaller denim blue, but a gorgeous lighter denim blue. And then moving on to your last oyster. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you can see a little bit of a peeper in there. There's no more in that one, and you've got a larger denim blue. So a slightly smaller denim blue and then a larger denim blue. So I'm going to go through all of these colours again for you, and then I'll have a look for that colour that you've got on hold. Okay, so this is the larger denim blue as well. So from the top, you've got dove grey, blood orange, and then that lighter burgundy red, chocolate bronze, and a simba peach. Magenta, simba peach, forest green, and then 2 denim blues at the bottom. Excuse me. Here you are. So I'll put this one on this side, and if you would like to swap that one in, then I'll just need to know which one you'd like to swap out for that one. So I'll start going through and measuring them for you here, Joanne. And then when you know what you would like, let me know. So I'll need to know which colours you'd like where, and if there's any colour swaps that you'd like to do, we can do that for you as well. The dove grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Blood orange is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the first simba peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The magenta is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the simba peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. Forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then denim blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Denim blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Could I have a blue and a green as close to Hogwarts colours as possible, please? Okay, what colour colours are you thinking of swapping out for those? I'd possibly say like this blue and the green would possibly, I don't have any of the lighter evergreens, so maybe sea green. Let me just Google Hogwarts colours. Yeah, it is that lighter green, so let me see if I've got any light sea greens. Possibly one like that. The Simbas, okay, and if you wanted to swap in the yellow, which one would you like to swap in for the yellow as well? If you're obviously not happy with these two, please let me know and I can swap them for different colours for you. So 2 Simba peaches for the green and the blue. The chocolate bronze for the yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out. What do we think to those swaps so far? Are you happy with those? So blue, green, so you're looking for, is it a red? Would you be thinking this red or possibly a different red as well? So I'm just trying to think of all the colours for you. You'd like this one, okay. So if you're happy with these colours, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And if there's any other swaps that you'd like to do, let me know and we can do that for you as well. Those 4 on the anklets, okay. So I'd invoice you for the additional 3 pearls on there, if that's okay. You'd also like to have 2 mystic purples. Okay, again, which 2 colours would you like to swap out for the mystic purples? Yes, of course you can. Extenders on them both. Dove and the gunmetal dark greeny one. Okay, and is it the purple? Where would you like would you like pearls on the other items? Annabelle, hello and bless you, thank you. The purples on the other items. So one of your items can have a pearl on each side, and then your item with the extension chain obviously can have 1 pearl on there. So it just depends. Would you like to have a pearl on both sides, or is it one on? So I need to know which one on the mother and the daughter side, or is there pearl only on one of them? And then with the other item, if you'd like a pearl on or off. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Bab. We need to...
Okay, check it over.
Yeah. Oh, nothing on the other one, and purples on the item. Okay, I'm with you now. Brilliant. So no pearl on there, and then on both halves you'd like mystic purple. Brilliant. Okay, so then it would just be then the 4 loose pearls here. Are you happy with these as your loose ones, or are there any, would you like to swap any other colours here? So you've got the mystic pink, the blood orange, and then 2 denim blues. So are you happy with those as your loose pearls? They're perfect as your loose pearls. Brilliant. Okay, Joanne, I hope you're happy with that then. So just to confirm, I've got extension chains on both of the items. On the mother-daughter, you've both got Mystic Purple, and then on the Harry Potter themed item, you've got all 4 Hogwarts house colours on there, and I'll invoice you for the additional fittings on there as well, for the extra 3 pearls, if that's okay. And you'd like a hoop fitting on the larger blue, of course. Okay, so that will all be included on the same invoice, and that will get sent across for you over the weekend. I hope you're happy with that. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. Joanne, you're very, very welcome. Okay, perfect. Up next then today is Amy Jane. Amy, are you here? Emma, good evening. Opening was on the 29th of April. Okay. You've emailed 4 times as to fittings needed. As they were present, are your emails getting through? Oh, Emma, bless your heart. I would imagine so. I am slightly behind, but let me... So, Emma Cox. I've got an email from Wednesday. What day is it? So it's Friday. So I've got an email from Wednesday. Let me just open it. Okay, so I've got an email requesting fittings there. So yep, I will get that sent across for you. In fact, shall I make a note and they'll get sent across for you tomorrow as well? Send Emma Cox invoice. If I put check email from Wednesday, and then I can refer to that to see what we're doing. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I've got that down, and you'll get an invoice. I imagine it would be tomorrow, possibly over the weekend, but I'm working first thing tomorrow morning, so yeah, I imagine it will be from then. And Amy, hello. You're hidden in a room up at a party. Oh, bless your heart. Okay, so we'll be quick so then you can go and enjoy your evening at the party. So Amy, you have got 2 of the stars aligned. Now, obviously, this stars aligned did carry over from the last game. And I did say it's absolutely fine if you wasn't here because you get to pick today. It does mean that you get to pick from the squares that are left over. Okay, so you can see that these ones are the ones that are left. So, from the 4 that are left, which 2 grid numbers would you like to have? B1 and C3. Okay, so B1 is a pendant, and then C3 has already been chosen, my lovely. We've got C4 or C2. C2, okay. So C2 is a pendant. So Amy, that's 2 pendants. Do you know which 2 pendants you would like to have? Now, what I will say, because obviously you said you're out at the moment, each pendant comes with 1 opening. So if you wanted to, we could do the openings now for you, and then you can email me which pendants you would like if you don't know off the top of your head or anything like that. So we'll do the openings now, and then, like I say, email me with the coloured pearls that you'd like on there as well, and what pendants you'd like. If you know now, I'm very happy obviously to book it in now for you, but I'm very aware that you are out and about. So yeah, if you would like to do it that way, that's absolutely fine as well. So whatever you would prefer. You're ready, I like it. So the sunflower cage pendant. Sunflower cage pendant. Okay. Not Little Bear, Little Beat. No, that's absolutely fine. And the triple beat cage if it's in stock, or the Little Beat cage if not. I'm good. It's Fred. Oh, bless you. Okay, so let's have a look at the triple beat first. Triple beat cage. Yeah, triple beat cage. Okay, brilliant. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not in stock at the moment, no. It is currently out of stock. So would you be happy with the Little Beat cage instead? Let me double check that one's in stock. Little Beat cage. That one is in stock. Now this one does have, so the inner little heart is a light pink crystal. It's quite hard to tell on the photos, but yeah, on the outer heart it's got like clear crystal, and on the inner heart it is a light pink crystal. It's just, I don't know why it's so hard to see on the photos, but it is. So would you be happy with that one instead? So Little Beat's cage pendant. Yeah, brilliant. So Little Beat cage pendant. So 2 openings altogether then, Amy, my lovely. Which 2 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops, or one of each? Two oysters, donate the shells. Okay, so 1 and 2, and let's go down. So are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Amy? Good luck. Oyster number 1. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There's no pearls on that side. Okay, there's no more in that one. So there's a lot of flesh in that one. So I was just having a good squidge around. Now the pearl colour looks like he is a blush pink. Gorgeous blush pink. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Happy with the pink, it will go with the cage. It will actually, with the Little Beat cage, it will definitely. Okay, there's no more in that one. This one is a darker green, so a dark forest green. What do you think to these? If you're happy with both of these, Amy, they are yours. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. You love them both and you're happy to keep both. Okay, perfect. Let me pop them in here for you then. Amy, as always, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And have a great evening. I hope you have the best time. Thank you for popping on today for your order as well. Bless you. And I'm sorry we were late. Okay, Amy, you're very, very welcome. Up next then today is Hannah Finch. Hannah, are you here? Oh, Michelle, honestly, I have a new keyboard because my other one just, the buttons, the keys were getting really, really stuck, and even when it was deep cleaned, they would just get, it was really, I mean, it was years and years old. So yeah, I've got a new one, so it's like even fresher with the clickety click. Obviously I had to get a funky typewritery one because I love them, but yeah, it's even fresher, I find, at the moment. Hannah, perfect. Hello, hello, hello. You have got 4 openings altogether, Hannah. Which 4 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? Again, if it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. Oh, bless you, Katie. Thank you. Yep, she's doing absolutely great. You added one on earlier. Okay, you're not on the order list yet. Hang on, is it? It's this one I've already printed. Same name and... Oh, it's the same address. Okay, so for 6 openings altogether, Hannah. Which 6 would you like? Sorry, when I printed that, I hadn't realised it was the same name. No, I'm very happy to add them together. That's not a problem. I always say if you've ordered by the time I get to your name, if you've ordered again, I'm very happy to put them together. You just have to let me know, because as you just saw, I don't always see the names to figure out that they are together. Three of each, you can indeed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that we're hoping for? So I'm going to start with the egg pops, then we'll move across to the oysters. And Shannon, bless your hearts. Thank you for the stars there. Again, that's very, very kind of you. Okay, so Hannah, egg pop number 1. Three pearls in your first egg pop. You have got a, slightly two-tonal. I'm stuck. I think that's more of a two-tonal sea green. Then it's a pickle. You've got a pickle green and then a bridal white. So sea green, pickle and bridal white. Can you keep the shells? Of course you can. Oh, Amy didn't get the stars, Sharon. Sorry, Hannah, 1 second. Amy definitely gets stars. Okay, they're attached on there. Amy, if you're still here, I do apologise. Okay, egg pop number 2, Hannah. Four pearls in that one. Oh. And in here, now this is a more foresty green, so we can see the differences here. You've then got a coral, almost ambery there though, a yolk yellow, and a darker chocolate. Then the last egg pop. Four pearls in that one as well. So you've got a Simba Peach, a darker Silver Bells, a two-tonal bright pink. He does look like he's got a little imperfection down there as well, but he's two-tonal bright pink, and then a blush pink. Okay, then we're going to be moving on to your oysters. Please bear with me a moment because I'm just going to make some room because you'd like to keep the shells. Absolutely fine, it's just like if I don't make room then they won't be able to sit nicely. There we go, that should be okay. So oyster number 1. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There's no pearls there. I think I can see a little peeper in here. Oh. We have got a rose gold from your first oyster. So what I like to do, Hannah, is I like to clean the shells as we go, and then I'll show you the pearl or pearls that come out of that oyster before obviously we move on, but I like to clean the shells beforehand. So just bear with me a moment, okay. Okay, so your rose gold from your first oyster. Oh, Anne-Marie, what's his name? I can say hello. Moving on to oyster number 2, Hannah. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There is a little bit of flesh there. I'll clean that at the end, but there's definitely no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, look at him. There's no more in that one. You have got the hottest hot pink. Look at this pink. So it's, there we go. Look at that. Is that raspberry? In fact, that is is it it is raspberry. I'm questioning myself. It's like the brightest shade. I believe it is raspberry. Gorgeous colour there. And then moving on to your last oyster, Hannah. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So you've got, I think that's another raspberry, but this one's definitely a slightly lighter shade. All single pearls so far today. Not that obviously that's an issue, it's just it's an observation. Okay, so let me show you this pearl as well. Katie, you can turn them off, my lovely. You can turn the words off at the bottom. So yeah, here is your raspberry again, but slightly lighter than the first. So from the top, you've got sea green, pickle, bridal white, forest green, coral, yolk yellow, and a darker gunmetal grey. The Simba peach, silver bells, two-tonal pink, and then blush pink. Rose gold, bright raspberry, and then a lighter raspberry as well. What do you think to all of those, Hannah? If you're happy with those, then they are all yours. And obviously I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. And then again, I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. If you prefer to take a screenshot and then email me that choice across, that's absolutely fine. We can do that for you. I am just going to measure them in a second. I'm just wrapping up the shells here. There we go. Okay, so I will just say, Mackenzie, hello. Hello. Okay, so if I start running these through the board, oh, you're ready already. So I will continue to measure once we've actioned some of these swaps, just so I don't miss your comments. So can we swap the bridal white and the chocolate? Yes, for two bright petrol blues. Now I'll do my best. The petrol blues I've got left are not the brightest. Where is petrol blue there? So it's not the brightest, but I will have a look. I mean, I've even got some chocolatey ones in here, so I do need to go through. Now, do these need to be the same size as well, or is close size okay? Yeah, I don't have any bright ones left, I'm afraid. I'd say those two are the brightest I've got. But again, they're still, let me show you and you can tell me what you think. They look more silvery, these ones. What do you think to those there, Hannah? Just going to start measuring them. Greeny blues. I mean, I've got the tidal greens which are greeny blue, but they're more green than blue. So let me have a look. Yeah, so I think these ones are going to be more bluey for you. Let me find ones which are slightly more blue. Yeah, so I think this is going to be hopefully, if I can find that one, I want that one. That one there I think is good. Oh, I don't know if they're the same size, but they're a good shade match. So basically petrol blue is a blue base with like hints of green, and tidal green is a green base with hints of blue. So they're like the opposites. In fact, let me show you those two. Now I can go more green here. So let's show you these ones. I can go more green, but these ones have got, I mean, they still look quite dark actually, but they're definitely more, I don't know if you can see the greens. Yeah, the greens and blues in that one, definitely. So those top two are more greeny blue than the silvery ones below. I don't know if they're enough. Yes, of course you can. So not these two, but those two instead. Okay. So I don't have any pickles. I've got one person on the waiting list for a pickle. So if you would like to go on the I mean, you do have one pickle, but I'm guessing you're looking to match that, are you? So I've got one person on here. So if you would like to go on the waiting list, hopefully it wouldn't be too long of a wait. But yeah, there is that waiting list at the moment. The sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the pickle green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Yolk yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Simba peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Two-tonal pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then the slightly lighter raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. So yeah, if you would like to go on the waiting list for another pickle, then I can definitely do that for you. There we go, so I was just getting those focused there. Swap the silver to match the yolk yellow. Yeah. Thank you, Bab. Sorry, had issue with the door then. So yolk yellow. Oh, that's quite a bright yolk yellow. Let me see what I can do. I don't know if I can match your one exactly because your one is slightly brighter. I can swap your one out and then put two matching in its place. Would that be acceptable? Let me just see if I can get two which are as bright or as close to that brightness. I think that one, possibly that one. Are they the same? Oh no, they're slightly different. I mean, that one is that colour, but it's just slightly smaller. So it just depends. So the one on this side, is the one I've added in. So it is just slightly smaller than your one, but it's the same colour. Would you be happy with that match? Or I can swap them both out for a matching one. Now, when I say size difference, it is the tiniest bit. So as you can see from this distance, you can't really see the size difference. It's only, yeah, you're happy with that? Brilliant. I always like to give the option because some people don't mind, but some people are not obviously happy with differences, which is absolutely fine as well. Swap the raspberry and coral for icy blues. Is that the larger raspberry or the smaller raspberry, my lovely? So the coral, and is the larger, which is the brighter, or the smaller, lighter raspberry? The smaller one, brilliant. Okay, and did I see, so it's the yellows for the spider earrings, is that correct? She's doing really well, thank you, Rosemary. Really, really well. Yep, so yellow on the spider. Okay, which colours elsewhere? And of course, if there's any other swaps that you'd like to do, please just continue, and I will obviously continue doing that as well. Swap the blush pink for an icy blue as well, yep. For the sea green, definitely have a look. Just going to move it over here just because then I've got a cleaner, bigger surface. Oh no, that's just off. There you go, matching green. So if you would like to have that one, I'll need a colour to swap out. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tidy up what we've done so far. Just so we can see all the colours together. So yeah, if you'd like that green, I'll need to know which green you'd like to swap out. Not green, I mean it could be a green swap out, but which colour you'd like to swap out to obviously add that one in. Swap out the lighter pink, so this two-tonal one. So that one there, is that correct? I just popping them to the side just until I know that I've grabbed the correct one, because I'd hate to get the wrong. Yes, it is. Brilliant. Okay. Are there any other swaps that you would like to do? If not, I'll need to know which colours you'd like on your other items. I don't have any denim blues, no, I'm afraid. Icy blues on the seashells, yes. Tidal greens, so the top ones on the simple studs. Brilliant. So then that would be the rest of the pearls as your loose pearls, if you're happy with these. But I'll hold them up again just so you can see all of the colours. So greens, tidal greens on there. Swap the forest green and so that one is a Simba peach, if you're happy with that one, for reds. Yep, I've gone for cranberry reds. However, if you prefer burgundy reds, then just shout out and I'll get burgundy reds instead. Those two. Sorry, I assume that you mean matching colours. So I always go, if somebody asks for two of the same colour, I'll always sort of go for matching colours unless you specify otherwise, which why sometimes it can take me a moment just to have a look through for matching ones for you. Okay, if you're happy with those there as well. Helen, it can take up to 14 working days to get a dispatched email, my lovely. No, don't be sorry for swaps, Hannah. Swaps are there for a reason, so you guys are happy. So honestly, you don't need to ever apologise for swaps. So just to confirm, these pearls as your loose pearls, you're happy with all of those, is that correct? The bright raspberry on a pin cap, yes you can. And the rest are beautiful, brilliant, Hannah. And Hannah Louise, the two-tonal pink, is that the one? or the blush pink, or the raspberry pink. But Hannah Finch, my lovely, that's in there. Let me bring you back up actually. There we go. So if I pop these on here as well. Perfect. So I've wrapped up your shells, so that will get sent along with the order form for you. Hannah, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. The two-tonal, yes. This one. Hannah Lou, that's on there for you. Perfect. So, oh, bless you, Helen. Of course. Well, I imagine you get a dispatched email either tomorrow or Monday. I do have a post run ready for tomorrow, and I assume I'd have one ready for Monday as well. So hopefully you'll be in either of those. I won't know off the top of my head, but I hope everything goes as smooth as it can with that. Save them all, she loves pink. And Hannah Finch, you're very, very welcome. Okay, so up next on today is Angela Cuts. Now Angela has requested for me to open without her being on the live. So let me write this down. Timestamp is 1 hour, 2 minutes. Okay, so Angela Cuts, this one is for you, my lovely. You've got one 4 pearl oyster and one normal opening as well. Okay, so Angela, when you watch this back, if you could then pop me an email over with if you're happy with the colours or not, and then I'll know whether to send it out for you. So let's go down. Okay, so in here, first oyster. Lights pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Okay, so Angela, your first pearl out is a seafoam green. And then oyster number 2, which I think I'm going to have to get another one for, because look at him, he does not look happy with himself. So oyster number 2 is a 4 pearl oyster. There we go. And in here, lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. So there's no pearls on that side. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you are, of course, quadding with that one there. So if I just go through these colours for you as well, Angela. You have got a off-white creamy ivory, a darker two-tonal gunmetal and purple. So in some lights you can see flashes of purple there. A Pepsi blue and a lemon yellow. Then of course you've got that seafoam green at the top. So I'm going to run them through the board for you, Angela. And like I said, if you're not happy with the colours, please pop me an email over And then of course we can swap these for colours of your choice. Seafoam green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The cream is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Two-tonal gunmetal and purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Okay, so I'm just popping these in here for you. And Angela, thank you as well for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there for you. Okay, up next then today is Shelley Stanton. Shelley, are you here? So I'm just tightening up my pearl picker. It's got a screw spring on the end so that if I don't tighten it up every now and then, it pings undone. Stars, so the stars are only with the stars aligned game. Tracy, bless you. Thank you for these stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Meg, I am slightly behind on emails, so hopefully you'll get a response soon. I don't know when you've emailed, but yeah, I am slightly behind, so I do apologise. No, don't be sorry, Laura. That's absolutely fine. And Shelley, you're here. Hello. Okay, Shelley, you've got 3 openings and a 4 pearl oyster. So if I get the 4 pearl oyster for you, the other 3 openings, which 3 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. Oysters, donate the shells, measure whatever you feel like measuring. Okay, are there certain colours you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. I'll start with the 4 pearl oyster and then I'll move on to the 3 normals, and that way I won't get, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. That way I won't get confused, so I'll grab that one. So Shelley, good luck. So quadding oyster first. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. A mix of colours, okay. Oh, look at that combination. Oh, that is gorgeous. So you are, of course, quadding. When you see these together, you've got a lilac. Let's get this focused. There we go. So a lilac, a blush pink, a blurple, so mix between blue and purple, and oh, that one ran away, and then a pinky rose gold. Look at that combination. Blurple, blush pink, no, sorry, lilac, blush pink, blurple, then pinky rose gold. Now, moving on to your normal oysters. Soft pop there. And there's your mother of pearl in here. There's no more in that one. You have got a Pepsi Blue. Your next oyster lights pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that swim. You have got a pastel gold. So it is very, very light pastel golden colour. So you can see it does sort of close to the rose gold colour, but you can see he's got more of a golden shade to him. And then moving on to your last oyster. Double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that swim. And this is more of a rose gold. Okay, so you've got sort of the pinky rose gold, the rose gold, and then the gold. So you can see that last one there is the rose gold. So there's the pink rose gold and the normal rose gold, and then the pastel gold. Okay, Shelley, what do you think to these? So lilac, blush pink, blurple, pinky rose gold, Pepsi blue, pastel gold, and then a lighter rose gold. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, Shelley, then that's of course perfect. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Blurple on the dragon, brilliant. So blurple on that. Swap the 2 rose golds for blacks for the earrings. Okay. So those blacks, those blacks at the bottom there, which would then leave you with the other 4 as your loose pearls, unless there's any colours there that you would like to swap. So what do you think to the last 4? So black on there. keep the lilac and the blush pink. Donate the Pepsi to Molly and the gold to Donna. Oh, bless you. Okay, so Molly, Zuck, Nick from Shelley Stanton and Donna Topping from Shelley Stanton. Okay, so the Pepsi to Molly and the gold to Donna. Brilliant. So if those ladies got open orders, that will get automatically added to those for you. Molly, I think you're on tonight, aren't you? So both you guys don't need to do anything. They'll get automatically added onto the open orders for you. And then Shelley, you're happy with these two as your loose pearls. Brilliant. Let me bring you back up here then. Shelley, thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. It was very kind of you with the donations, obviously, to your friends as well. So that will get done for you. And Shelley, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. You're very welcome. 4 pearl stinky oysters. I did just pop one to the side. And to be honest, what I've done in the past is I just mix them in. I probably should charge more for a 4 pearl stinky oyster. But yeah, what I've done in the past is I've always just mixed them in with the other stinky oysters because, yeah, we don't know if they are stinky or not, but I just literally, I've got a little box next to me for when I'm on the live for the stinky oysters to go in, and the 4 pearl one got popped in here, and there's some others that I found just before the live, so it's already mixed in kind of thing. So, I mean, that's not all the stinky oysters, that's just the box I have next to me for if I come across any while I'm on the live. So, yeah, I just sort of mix them in. I probably should keep them separate, but I don't at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Oh, bless you, Meg. No, it's not that. Yeah, it's just I just they haven't come out very often before, so I just haven't thought to do them separately. Yeah. Right, up next today is Beth Van Meter. Beth, are you here? That's very fair, Meg. Yeah, they don't, like I said, I haven't found them very often. Beth, hello. Okay, Beth, you have got 7 openings altogether. I'm just double checking that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Which 7 would you like to have, Beth? Oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. You've sent a loyalty card yesterday. Yep, I've just found you. That's perfect. So 8 altogether then. Which 8 would you like to have? Oh, bless you, Heather. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good night's sleep. 2 egg pops, 6 oysters. Donate the shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oysters. 2 egg pops. And let's go down. Okay, so are there certain colours you're hoping for, Beth? Egg pop number 1. £2 in your first one. It's a pickle. You have got a pickle green and a lavender. Egg pop number 2. £2 in that one as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a row of 4 now, just because we've got quite a few oysters to go here as well. So you've got a bridal white and a magenta. So £4 from your egg pops there. Oyster number 1. Sharp double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, it's the first multiple of the night. And you are twinning. Twinning green pearls to start with. Now I think they are pickle greens, but they're slightly lighter than the first one, and also I think they're slightly different shades to each other. Gorgeous, brighter twinning greens there. Oyster number 2. Sharp pop there. There's no more in that one. You have got a denim blue. Now again, he's a slightly denim blue. Your next oyster. Again, soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. Now I am just going to have to change the kitchen towel because that is very, very wet there. Your second pearl out is another denim blue, which is slightly darker than the one that just came out a moment ago. So it's slightly smaller and slightly darker. Okay, so 3 oysters to go here, Beth. Moving on to your next one. light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You have got a blurple. So blurple is a mix between blue and purple. I love the denim and the blurple together there. Now that is a lighter blurple, but he definitely does have a hint of blue in him, so it does make him that blurple. 2 oysters to go, so moving on to your next one. Lighter pop there. Oh. There's your mother of pearl. There's no more in that one. I wonder what's oh, that completely went. Oh, let me just clean him off slightly more. I think that he's a gunmetal grey. However, I may have just seen a flash of colour. So let me just hold it up to the light as well here for you, Beth, so we can all have a look together. Oh, actually, no, I apologise. He is a black. Black right on the end there. I love it when the blacks are in the sand because they're just, like if I hold it back, it's very hard to identify them just because they're such a deep colour. Right, moving on to your last oyster. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You've got a lighter raspberry, I believe, possibly. No, he is a lighter raspberry. I was going to say possibly more watermelon in tone, but I think he's definitely got that raspberry shade to him. Okay, so I did leave the twins side slightly open just in case there was any other twins. So you've got pickle, lavender, bridal white and magenta, then twinning pickles, 2 denim blues, one larger and lighter, one smaller and darker, a blurple, a black and a raspberry. Beth, what do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, then they are yours. Of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. And then I'll need to know which ones you would like where. Anne, bless your heart. Thank you for the stars there, Anne. That's very kind of you. Can you donate the light denim blue to Hannah Valentine? Of course you can. So the lighter, larger blue. Yeah, I can do an updated order list once I print them out, my lovely. So the lighter, larger denim blue you'd like to gift to Hannah. You'd like to have the darker, smaller blue on the October 22. Okay. Hannah, if you've got an open order, then you don't need to do anything. That will get added onto there for you. If you don't have an open order, then you will have to pop me an email over just so we can arrange getting that obviously sent across for you. So smaller blue on the October 2022. Swap one of the pickle greens and the bridal white for 2 forest greens. Would you like it to be the single pickle green or one of the twin pickle greens? So the bridal white, and then yeah, so the single pickle, which is the top one, or one of the twins. Okay, and the 2 forest greens on sharks, not a problem. So I'll just show you those greens there. The twin greens, brilliant. Okay. So then I'll just need to know what colour you'd like on your last item. Yes, of course it can. Let me have a look. So lobster instead. Yeah. Nothing on the other item. Brilliant. So then with the rest of the colours here, are you happy with these as your loose pearls? So no pearl on there. So these pearls here, are you happy with those as your loose pearls? Yes, brilliant, Beth. Okay, let's pop them in here for you. So I'm glad you're happy with everything there. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Beth, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Okay, up next then today is Irene Vasquez. Irene, are you here? Yep, Brittany, I will do that for you. I'm just printing them off and then I'll do it as we go. So I think it's just that you'll be on the list after the last person on the list that's on the page already. So Irene, are you here? Irene Vasquez. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it was longer, but like 2 weeks ago I cut I cut a load off the bottom because I got really annoyed with it. So now it is the wonkiest thing ever. So I actually now need to go to the hairdresser. Those of you who've been watching for for a few years, I don't get my hair cut probably about once every year and a half, maybe up to 2 years. I normally just trim it myself. But yeah, I've proper hacked it this time, so I'm gonna have to get it sorted out. Is there no, that pickle green went into the bag for the one that was on the swap list, Nicola. I didn't actually cross it off though, so there isn't actually now a wait list for the pickle green. But no, there isn't one in the pot just yet. Can you have a jump ring on the black one, Beth? You can. The invoice will get sent across over the weekend for you to the email address that's on the order form, okay? Okay, so I haven't seen Irene, so we're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in again, but it would be to the end of the order list. Jill, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Up next today is Mackenzie Johnson. Mackenzie, are you here? You're very welcome, Beth. Mackenzie, hello. You've got 6 openings altogether, Mackenzie. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? I'm just marking that you're here as well. So yeah, 6 openings altogether. Which 6 would you like? All oysters, donate the shells, perfect. Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 6. Okay, so let's go down, Mackenzie. Donate the shells, thank you ever so much. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So, oyster number 1. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearls. There's no pearls on that side. There's no more in that one. So your first colour out is a darker pearl. Oh, look at him. He is a gorgeous, dark, deep chocolate. Okay, moving on to oyster number 2. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. I think you've got a midnight blue Mackenzie. This colour is a very popular colour, and no wonder. Look at him, gorgeous dark midnight blue. Your next oyster. Soft pop there. Oh, now the shell's come away there, so I'm just going to take that off as well. So there's your mother of pearl. Again, a bit of the shell. And there's no more in that one. So again, another darker pearl. So we've got a darker opening so far. And here's another chocolate, slightly brighter than the last chocolate, but still gorgeous, deep, dark chocolate. I love those three together. Okay, so 3 more to go. So your next oyster. Midnight blue was on the list. Oh, I love that. So you've definitely got a colour that you was hoping for. So far, we should say. There's your mother of pearl. And we've changed into the lighter tones. Okay, so we've got a blush pink. Now I am just going to have to change this over because it's got quite wet there. You're hoping for an oil slick. Okay, did you see the oil slicks I posted the other day? The photos. I think they were Donna's. I think. But yeah, oil slicks are stunning. They don't come out very often, but when they do, they literally steal the show. So good luck for your oil slick, my lovely. Still got 2 oysters to go, so fingers crossed. Okay, your next oyster. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. There's no more in that one. You have got a yolk yellow. And then your last oyster. Lighter pop there again. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, I think that is just the, yeah, look, can you see it there? The shell's got like a pearl blister. It's not a pearl at all, and I will show you it's not anything, but because it's got a slightly rounder, let me just take that off. It's just got a slightly rounder area. So I thought that could have been a pearl there. So you've got a pinky rose gold. Marissa, hello, welcome. So here is your pinky rose gold. Oh, actually, he does look more golden, doesn't he? But he definitely does have that pinky rose gold tone to him as well. So Mackenzie, from the top, you've got a dark chocolate, a midnight blue, another dark chocolate, but it is slightly brighter than the first, a blush pink, a yolk yellow, and a pinky rose gold. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, Mackenzie, then they are yours. Excuse me. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. You'll just need to let me know which ones you'd like to swap out, which ones you'd like to swap in. Chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the second chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Swap the first one for a bright amber. Yeah. The blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Yolk yellow is a runaway, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the pinky rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Swap the yellow for a mystic purple. Okay. And then the rest is perfect. Brilliant. Okay. Mackenzie, thank you as well then for the donations with your shells. Just popping these in here. And as always, Mackenzie, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next then is Anne. Nope, sorry, this is for Sunday. I've got it in the wrong. It's not on the list. It's just I've got this one. It's meant to be for Sunday. Have I booked it in for Sunday? Yes, you're in for Sunday. I just popped it. Let me pop it over there. Sorry. Up next is Molly Zucknick. Molly, are you here? Sorry, it completely threw me. I've looked at the order list. I was like, Anne's not on the order list. Gosh. Molly Zucknick, are you here? Molly, hello. Molly, you've got 2 openings altogether. Which 2 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops, or one of each? If it's one of each, then it's one of each. Sorry, my brain. So yeah, 2 altogether. So I'm just marking that you are here. Perfect. Both of them egg pops. Okay. Molly, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? But you're watching, and bless your hearts. Well, you're definitely booked in for Sunday. Okay, you're first on the list on Sunday as well. I just didn't move the list over, but yeah, you're definitely there. Okay, so let's go down, Molly. Good luck. Egg pop number 1. No idea on the colours. Okay, so we'll wait and see. So your first one has got 2 pearls in. You've got a yolk yellow and a cranberry red. Yolk yellow and cranberry red. Moving on to your egg pop number 2. Oh my wow, no way. Okay, so you've got another yolk yellow, slightly more, actually more towards the golden side. And then you've got a dark raspberry, but how close are they in colour? Let me just get that focused. And then a raspberry. How so similar with your egg pops there. Molly, what do you think to these? If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. With your item of jewellery, you can choose to have the pearls on or off the jewellery, so that is going to be up to you. So you've got the yolk yellow, cranberry red, and then a slightly brighter yellow, and then a raspberry. If of course you'd like to swap any or all, we can do that for you as well. So the first yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The cranberry red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The brighter yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Not a 7.5. He's an 8. Nothing on the jewellery. Okay, now regarding the pearl colours, what do you think to those? Are you happy with those, or are there any there that you'd like to swap? Swap the yellows for 2 Smurf blues. Oh, okay. They're slightly different in shade there. If you would like me to get sort of matching blues, do let me know. It's not a problem. But they are ever so slightly different. The dark chocolate, it is indeed. So the dark chocolate was that one. That one. And then swap the other for an icy blue. So you'd like to swap both of those as well. for an icy blue. So then if I show you all 4 of these together, so these would be, so bright icy blue. Let me show you these. Are you happy with all of those 4? One of the Smurf blues for a matching icy blue, yeah. Shirley, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Darcy, thank you for watching. Are you happy with these ones here, Molly? Icy blues on studs, yes. Not a problem. So that invoice will get sent across for you over the weekend to the email address that's on the order form. Okay, so then that would just be with the chocolate and the Smurf blue as your loose pearls. Can you confirm, are you happy with those? Oh, bless you, Molly. Well, you're very welcome, and I'm glad you're happy. Like I said, the invoice will get sent across for you over the weekend. And Molly, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Hannah Sanderson. Hannah, are you here? Bless you, Molly. Oh, Annie, I hope you feel better soon. And Hannah, you're here. Hello. Hannah, you have got 2 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or would you like to have one of each? One of each. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your... Oh no, that's a stinky one. Don't know if you can see, but let me just pop that in the box. Try again. There we go. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So again, Hannah, we're going to start with your egg pop first, and then we'll move on to the oyster afterwards. So good luck. Two pearls in your egg pop. You'd like to keep your shells, not a problem. You've got a gorgeous darker, it's like a slightly lighter golden peach shade, and then a silver bells. So it's like almost like a golden, and it's like a silver and gold. It is that golden peachy shade. And then a lighter silver bells. Moving on to your oyster. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Now that there is just a piece of the shell, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. And you have got a rosy gold. So very gold and silver opening here, Hannah. Of course, I'll show this up. Oh, let me start again. I'll hold this up and show it up. Oh my gosh, I will. I will show you the pearl in just a moment. Okay, so you can really tell the difference here between the golden peach at the top and then the rosy gold shade at the bottom. You can, Michelle, yes. If you've got an open order, it will be added to that. If not, then I would have to charge P&P. But yes, you could do that. You just need to email me with the information and obviously the card in the same email. The photo, I mean. Now, Hannah, what do you think to these? If you're happy with these, then that's perfect. They're yours, and I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice, Hannah. So I'm going to go through and measure them for you again in a moment. And if there's any you'd like to swap, then I can do that as well. So I'm just wrapping up the shells here. Okay, so golden peach, silver bells, and rose gold. I do have Simba peach, yes. Which colour would you like to, or if you're happy with this one, which colour would you like to swap out for him? So you'd like to swap this one out for this one, is that correct? Yep, I'll show you greens in just a moment. Is that correct? Yep, brilliant. Sorry, I don't want to get it wrong. So greens that we've got a tidal green, a forest green, a sea green, and a brighter apple green, and then I do have lighter apple greens as well. So I'll give the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're happy with any of those, if it's easier, you can give me the number of the one that you'd like to swap in. So it's tidal green, forest green, sea green, brighter apple green, and then a lighter apple green. Silver for number 4, so the brighter apple. Brilliant. Okay, is there any other swaps that you would like to do? If not, which one would you like on the jewellery? Simba Peach on the jewellery, brilliant. And just to confirm, you're happy with the other 2 as your loose pearls, is that correct? Yes, brilliant, Hannah. Okie dokie. So I've wrapped up the shells, so that will get sent along with your order for you. And Hannah, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Shannon Colker. Shannon, are you here? Anne, yep, that's not a problem. I'll make a note. Towards the end. Yep, I've got that down now. That's not a problem. And Shannon, hello. Shannon, you've got 4 openings altogether. Which 4 would you like to have? You're very welcome, Anne. So Shannon, oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? Which 4 would you like? Excuse me. 1 pop, 3 oysters. Okay. Mm. 3. I'm going to start with your egg pop. So let's go down. Good luck, Shannon. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? 2 pearls in your egg pop. You have got a blurple. No, sorry, it's not a blurple. I apologise. A periwinkle and a silver chocolate. So this is a silver base with a chocolate overtone. So periwinkle and silver chocolate. Moving through to your oysters. Oyster number 1. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So a darker pearl colour for you here. And he is a forest green. So we can definitely see, I mean, it is a darker forest green, but we can definitely see that gorgeous green tone coming through. Moving on to oyster number 2. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, we just have another, oh no, wait. Right in there. Okay, there's no more in that one. I felt it at the start and then I was like, well, I didn't see it pop out. So I must have just sort of squidged it in deeper by accident. So you've got a lighter cream pearl there. I love the green and the cream together. 1 oyster to go, so moving on to your last one. Oh, lighter sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Lots of single pearls today. And there's no more in that one. So another darker pearl here, Shannon. I did, Emma. And in here he is a darker gunmetal grey. So you've got a periwinkle, a silver chocolate, a forest green, a cream and a gunmetal grey. As always, Shannon, if you're happy with these, then I'll need to know which ones you would like where. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Your periwinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Silver chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The cream is not a 5, not a 5.5. He's a 6. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5. He's a runaway. Not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Swap the gunmetal and the cream for matching blush pinks. I will do my best. Sorry, it's just looking for two. Sorry, Shannon. There we go. Let's have a look at those two. Okay. Are there any other swaps? If not, which ones would you like where? Yes. Okay. I'm assuming it's those on a certain item, but yeah, I'm going to wait for you to just confirm, Shannon, because actually I've assumed colours in the past and I have been very wrong. Sorry, that didn't come through, Shannon. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to refresh my comments as well in a moment, but blush on there. Let me refresh this. Whoever commented on that to bring it forward, thank you for doing so. Steph, I think that was you. Thank you, my lovely. So did you want the pearls on the other items, or would you like no pearls on those and just the pearls on the earrings? So I'm just going to keep refreshing here just so I don't miss you. So did you want pearls on the other items, No, none on the others. Brilliant. Okay, so you're happy with the colours here. I'm sorry your comment didn't come through to me, Shannon. But let me just write this down that there's no pearls on here. So we've got blush pinks on the earrings, and then no pearl on there or on there. Brilliant. Thank you for the donations with your shells. You're very welcome. And that's up there for you. Okay, up next then is Tracy Scott. Tracy, are you here? Tracy, hello. Excuse me. Tracy, you've got 3 openings and 2 4 pearl oysters. With the 3 openings, would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? So I'll grab the 2 4 pearl oysters. You'd like to have egg pops. So how many did I say? So 3 egg pops and then the 4 pearl oysters afterwards. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? And with the other oysters, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? 1 oyster. Okay, so hang on a second. How many of... So you've got 3 normal openings and 2 4 pearl oysters. So I've got the 2 4 pearl oysters there. With the normal openings, would you like egg pops or oysters, and how many of each? Donate. Sorry, that was you. Oh, bless you. No, 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 don't be sorry. It's just I don't want to open it if I'd got it wrong. So that's why I just wanted you to confirm again. So you're happy with the 3 egg pops and then the 2 4 pearl oysters. Perfect. Donate the shells. Bless you. So are there certain colours you're hoping for? Good luck. Four pearls in your first egg pop. You have got a magenta, a darker, oh, he looks like he's got a slight flash of a greeny blue in there, so I think he's a petrol blue, a bridal white, and a burgundy red. So magenta, petrol blue, bridal white, and burgundy red. Egg pop number 2. 3 pearls in that one. You've got another burgundy red, slightly darker than the first, only just. A watermelon and a evergreen. So the evergreen is almost like that emeraldy green colour. And then your last egg pop. 4 pearls in that one. Okay, so you've got a dove grey, a watermelon, a bridal white, and it's a pickle green. Moving on to your oysters, Tracy. Oyster number 1. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. There's no more in that one. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your obviously quadding oyster. So a seafoam green, a Pepsi blue, lilac and rose gold. Seafoam green, Pepsi blue, lilac and rose gold. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is a 4-pearl quadding oyster. Sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you are quadding for a obviously second time. Okay, so from this one you've got a lilac, so he's quite a little bit smaller than the first. Oh, yeah, he does have that lilac tone. A bridal white, he is slightly raspberry, and a darker gunmetal grey. Hint of blue in there, but he's not one of those brighter midnight blues. I think it is more of a gunmetal grey with the slightest hint of blue. So Tracy, from the top, magenta, petrol blue, bridal white, burgundy red, evergreen, watermelon, burgundy red, dove grey, watermelon, bridal white, pickle, seafoam green, Pepsi blue, lilac, rose gold, lilac, bridal white, I'm going to say it's another watermelon and then a gunmetal grey. Now Tracy, I'll need to know which colours you'd like on which items, and if there are any colours that you'd like to swap, just let me know and I can do that for you as well. The magenta is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Petrol blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Evergreen is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the slightly darker burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. The dove grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Watermelon, which is the smaller of the two, is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Your bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the pickle green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Seafoam green is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then the smaller lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's not a 6, he's a 6.5. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The watermelon at the bottom is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the darker gunmetal grey with the slight hint of blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Seafoam on the turtle. And then Pepsi on the shark. Brilliant. And then with the other item, would you like to have a pearl on there? This weekend, Sharon. So for the bracelets, you can have a pearl on there. You don't have to, but a pearl goes on a hoop fitting on there, so you will be able to take it on and off. The greens and whites. So those five there, is that correct? I assumed you didn't mean the petrol blue because that is very, very dark. It's got hints of green and blue, but I've left that one out. So is it just those 5 there? Yes, brilliant. And then with the rest of the pearls, are you happy with those as your loose pearls, or are there any others that you'd like to swap at all? So the invoice for the additional hoop fittings, that will get sent across for you over the weekend. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. So these pearls here, are you happy with these, or are there any others that you would like to swap? Yes, I can. I do have charms that I'm slowly photoing to get on there. So hopefully that will be uploaded soon. But I'm glad you're happy with the rest of these here. Tracy, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, perfect. Up next then is Michelle Stone. Michelle, are you here? Michelle, hello. Michelle, you've got 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or would you like to have a mix of each? Oh, bless you, Alex. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Arctic bracelet themed. Oh, I love that. Okay, Tracy. Well, hopefully, I've got a lot of sea themed jewellery, charms especially, going on the website, as and when I can get them finished photoing them. So yeah, hopefully they'll go on as fast as I can. Michelle, you'd like all egg pops. No clue on the colours yet. So how many did I say? 3. So 1, 2, there is a green one in there. There we go. Let's go down. So we'll see what colours come out and then go from there. So egg pop number 1. Two pearls in your first one. You've got a lavender and a yolk yellow. Egg pop number 2. Three pearls in that one. You've got a lighter autumn, oh, sorry, it's here. A lighter autumn peach, a bridal white, and a lemon yellow. So I hope you can see the difference between the yolk yellow and the lemon yellow there. And then your last egg pop. 4 pearls in that one. So you've got 2, 3, 4 with the order. So the last one, you've got another autumn peach, slightly brighter than the first one. A blurple, so mixed between blue and purple. A dove grey, and it's a pickle green. So lavender, yolk yellow, light autumn peach, bridal white, and lemon yellow. Autumn peach, blurple, dove grey, and pickle. Michelle, what do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, they are of course yours, and I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Yolk yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. The slightly brighter autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Not, oh, he is a 7.5. The blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Dove grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And then the pickle green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Swap out the peaches and the white. So 1, 2, 3. Can I see TARDIS blue, icy blue, and sea green? You can. TARDIS blue, icy blue, and then sea green. TARDIS and the green on the charm. Brilliant. Okay, and then would you like to have a pearl on the other item? Donate the Blurple to Donna Topping. Okay. So Donna, that will get added to your open order, my lovely, so you don't need to do anything. Okay. So Blurple to Donna Topping. So would you like a colour on the last item? Oh, pickle on the bracelet. And then you'd like hoop fittings on the dove grey and the icy blue. Okay, so the last three would be your loose pearls. Can you just confirm, are you happy with those? So pickle on there, then you'd like to be invoiced for hoop fittings with the dove grey and the icy blue. The invoice for the fittings, that will get sent across for you over the weekend, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form, Michelle. Oh, swap the lemon and the lavender for matching sea greens. Yeah. Are those two matching there? They're the same size. Oh, I think they're just different. What about those? Okay. You'd like simple studs with the greens, okay. And then you'd like to go on the wait list for a midnight blue with the yellow. Okie dokie. You are the third person on the waiting list for a midnight blue. Okay. Oh, I love that, Michelle. Brilliant. Right, let me bring you back up. So I'm glad you're happy with that. Like I said, the invoice will get sent across over the weekend for you. It'll all be on the same invoice. Michelle, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay. Up next then is Nicola Dyson. Nicola, are you here? Nicola, hello. You've got one opening altogether, my lovely. Would you like to have a oyster or a egg pop? Ah, not today, Michelle. However, if Nicola Dyson and Nicola Dunn are ever on the order list together, I do have to put like DY for Nicola Dyson and DU for Nicola Dunn, just so we don't get confused. You've sent a loyalty card as well. Okay. Might be easier if I just searched your email address. When did you send the loyalty card over? Let me bring this over here actually because it's hurting my neck. So is it under the same email address as what's in the order form? Today, I don't have anything for today, Nicola. Let me search this whole. Ah, I found you. I don't know why that didn't come up in a different way. Name and date on it, that's perfect. Okay, so 2 openings altogether. Which 2 would you like? I may have moved it into a different folder by mistake, I don't know, but that's why we can search email addresses to make it come up, so that's perfect. Right, brilliant. So which 2 would you like to have? One egg, one oyster. Would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So we're going to start with your egg pop here. Good luck. Donate the shells. Bless you. Thank you very much. £2 in your egg pop. Okay, so we've got a bridal white and a darker silvery chocolate. So bridal white and a darker silver chocolate. Okay, so you're hoping for green pearls. If we go on to your oyster, soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You have got a brighter, I think he's a raspberry. He is a raspberry. So bridal white, silver chocolate and a raspberry. What do you think with these, Nicola? Now I will need to know which one you would like on your jewellery. And of course, if you'd like to swap any of these, we can definitely do that for you. The bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Chocolatey silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5 as well. Okay, what would you like to do? Swap the white and a chocolate for a green. Do you have a preference to what shades of green? Are they different? Are they the same? What are you thinking? I'm going to go for a sea green and an apple green, unless you tell me any differently. You'd like to have the raspberry on a jump ring. Okay. Sea green on the frog. Okay, and then are you happy with the apple green as your loose pearl? You'd like to have a tidal green, not an apple green. Okay. So this one here as your loose pearl. Is that correct? And you'd like the tidal green on a jump ring as well. Okay. Brilliant. I've got all of that down for you, Nicola. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you over the weekend, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. So thank you as well for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And again, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Up next then is Brittany Harrelson. Brittany, are you here? Nicola, you're very, very welcome. Brittany, hello, hello, hello. You've got one opening altogether. Would you like to have a oyster or a egg pop? Egg pop. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down. And good luck, my lovely. You've got 2 pals in your one. You're hoping for a blurple. So you've got a autumn peach and a dove grey. Now I can have a look to see if I've got any blurples in my swaps if you would like me to. Let me run these through the board first. So the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The dove grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. You'd like to swap the autumn peach for an icy blue. Okay. Now I do actually have a blurple here if you wanted to swap one in for a blurple. Swap the dove grey for the blurple. Brilliant. Okay, so icy blue and blurple then, you're happy with those. Oh, sorry, there you go. You're happy with those two. If you can just confirm for me. Just going to bring you back up. Can you have a hoop fitting on the blurple? Of course you can. And then the icy blue would be your loose pearl. Let me just write that down for you. So a hoop fitting on the blurple. Okay, so you're very welcome. Invoice for the hoop fitting will get sent across over the weekend for you. I hope you're happy with everything there, and I hope you're recovering really, really well as well, Brittany. Okay, and that's safe up there for you. It will be probably towards the end of next week, Joan. Excuse me. Up next then is Hannah Louise Valentine. Hannah, are you here? I'm glad you got the colour you was hoping for. Anna, yes, you can purchase just the extra pearl. Obviously, you'd have to then also purchase the studs without openings. So I'd just invoice you for the studs without the openings, and then you could buy the pearl on its own. Yes, that is an option. Hannah, you've sent a loyalty card as well. Okay. You're right at the top. That was sent this evening. Let's have a look. That's perfect. Okay, so you've got 4 openings altogether, Hannah. Which 4 would you like to have? Oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, we'll need to know how many of each you'd like to have. So I'm just booking that in for you. There. I'm so sorry. Deary me. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's, I mean, it is 11:15, I suppose. 2 of each. Donate the shells, of course. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Oh, there we go. Let's start with your egg pops. Egg pop number 1. Two pearls in that one. You have got a silvery chocolate, so this one's a base chocolate with a silver overtone, and a Simba peach. So silver chocolate and Simba peach. Egg pop number 2. Four pearls in that one. You have got a darker burgundy red, a dove grey, a creamy yellow, so that I'm going to say that's a pastel yellow, and it's a pickle green. Moving on to oyster number 1. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Hannah, you have triples. 3 pearls in your first egg pop. You've got a raspberry, a darker rose gold, and a denim blue. And then moving on to your second oyster. Again, soft pop with that one. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, the multiples come. We've had so many singles, and then we've got 2 sets of triples. Okay, so 3 pearls in that one as well. So you've got a dove grey, darker rose gold, and then a golden peach. So from the top, silver chocolate, Simba peach, burgundy red, dove grey, pastel yellow, and the pickle. Raspberry, darker rose gold, denim blue, dove grey, rose gold, and golden peach. Hannah Lou, what do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these colours, then they are all yours, my lovely. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. Chocolate Silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Simba Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Burgundy Red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Dove Grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Pastel Yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. Oh, sorry, he is a 7.5. And the green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Raspberry is not a 5, not a 5.5. He's a 6. Then Rose Gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The Denim Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Then Dove Grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Rose Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the Golden Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Okay, Hannah Lou, what do you think to all of these? Swap the silver chocolate for evergreen, please. I don't have any evergreens. Let me just double check. Yeah, no. Don't have any evergreens at the moment. Unless you don't mind going on a waiting list. I will show you a bright sea green though, as you've said there. That one possibly. That one. So have a look at this one here. Like I said, if you prefer to go on a waiting list, that's absolutely fine. If not, will you be happy with that one there? You'd like to swap the pastel yellow for a bridal white. Okay. That one's slightly misshapen. Let me get you a different one. There we go. Those pearls there, are you happy with those? Or are there any others that you'd like to swap? Hoops for those two, so hoop fitting on the sea green and the bridal white, of course, and then the rest of the pearls you're happy with there. you'd like to donate the burgundy to Gemma Jones, of course. Okay, so Gemma, if you've got an open order, you don't need to do anything, my lovely. Gemma, however, if you don't have an open order, please contact me just so I can obviously get that arranged to getting that sent to you. Swap a dove grey for the pink that we popped to the side for you. Okay. Oh, bless you, Gemma. Okay, not a problem then. So that will just get added into that if and when in the future for you. The rest of these, Hannah, are you happy with those? Yep. So you'd like to be invoiced for a pin cap with the two-tone pink and the two-tone showing. Brilliant. That will be included on the same invoice, okay? Not a problem. Brilliant. So then the rest of these here, what do you think to those? Jackie, I hope you're well. My daughter is recovering brilliantly, thank you for asking, and Aaron is definitely feeling a lot better than he was. So you'd also like the denim, pickle, and the raspberry on pin caps. Okay, and then you'd like to gift the first rose gold to Beth Van Meter. Okay, so Beth, you did have an order earlier on this evening, so this will just get automatically added to that. So you don't need to do anything. Okay, that will get added to that. Brilliant. So 4 of the pals remaining here, Hannah Lou. Are you happy with those as your loose pals, or are there any other swaps that you would like to do? Oh, okay. So you'd like to swap that one as well for an icy blue. So, oh, there's the icy blue there. And then you'd like that icy blue on a pin cap as well. Okay, and then the other, oh, nearly. The other 3 pearls you are happy with as your loose pearls. Perfect. Okay, let me bring you back up, Hannah. Okay, so I'm just going to confirm that for you. You've got the sea green and the bridal white on hoop fittings, and then on pin caps you've got icy blue, raspberry, pickled denim, and then the 2-tonal pink with the 2-tonal showing. Okay, so that will all get sent on the same invoice. It will get sent over the weekend for you to the email address that's on the order form. Hannah, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Perfect. You're very, very welcome. And that is the end of the live today. We're going to be live again on Sunday evening from around 7:30 BST. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend. Thank you as always, thank you for joining us. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.